The stars above Earth shimmered like tiny diamonds scattered across black velvet. But tonight, humanity's gaze was not on the beauty of the cosmos. Something larger, darker, and far more dangerous moved silently toward them. Across the globe, space observatories and deep space telescopes detected strange blips. Massive ships, larger than anything humans had ever imagined. At first, scientists thought it might be a rare cosmic event, a cluster of meteors perhaps. But the movement, the pattern, and the sheer coordination of these objects proved otherwise. In Washington, London, Beijing, and Moscow, alarms blared as world leaders gathered in emergency meetings. Every nation watched in disbelief as the alien fleet entered the solar system. It was unlike any technology humanity had ever encountered. Enormous triangular ships glided silently past Mars, their hulls shimmering with an unfamiliar energy. Satellites flickered, communications wavered, and even the most advanced AI systems on Earth struggled to decode the alien signals. At the United Nations headquarters, Secretary General Elena Marquez addressed the assembly. Her voice was calm but firm, carrying the weight of a planet's fear. "We are facing a challenge unlike anything in human history. These ships are massive, highly advanced, and their intentions are unclear. But one thing is certain, Earth must stand united. We cannot falter." The room was tense. Representatives from every corner of the world exchanged worried glances. Military generals, scientists, and diplomats debated strategy feverishly. Each suggestion met with concern. Some argued for immediate surrender, reasoning that resistance could mean total annihilation. Others insisted that humanity must fight no matter the odds. Amid the chaos, a brilliant engineer named Dr. Amir Khan stood quietly, examining a holographic projection of the alien fleet. His eyes were sharp, focused. "We cannot give up," he said softly, almost to himself. "These ships may be advanced, but they are not invincible. Humanity has something they do not: creativity, courage, and determination. We will show them what Earth can do." Dr. Khan was not alone in his belief. Around the world, secret programs had been quietly working for decades on humanity's ultimate defense: the warship Prometheus. Hidden deep beneath the Himalayas in a massive underground facility, Prometheus had been designed to be the pinnacle of human engineering. Its hull was reinforced with materials unknown to the world outside, its engines capable of speeds that could rival the aliens' own ships, and its weapons designed to adapt to any threat. But even with Prometheus, the challenge was immense. The aliens had technology that seemed to defy the laws of physics. Energy shields glowed with an otherworldly light, and their ships moved with a grace and precision that humans had only imagined in dreams. Yet, as Dr. Khan explained to the assembled leaders, that was exactly why humanity had to fight. "They have never faced humans united as one," he said. "They have never seen what we are capable of when we fight for our home. That is our advantage." As discussions continued, ordinary people went about their lives, unaware of the full scale of the threat approaching from the void. Families stared at the sky in awe as glowing lights appeared in the distance, slowly growing larger. News broadcasts showed images from space, and for the first time, billions of people around the world felt a shared sense of fear and hope. Children pointed to the sky, asking questions their parents could not fully answer. "Are they coming to hurt us?" a little girl asked in New Delhi, her eyes wide with curiosity and fear. Her father pulled her close. "We don't know yet," he said, "but we will do everything we can to protect you. That is what it means to be human." Meanwhile, in the underground facility, engineers and pilots prepared Prometheus for its first mission. The ship gleamed under bright lights, massive yet sleek, a symbol of Earth's ingenuity. Pilots trained in simulators, running countless scenarios in which they faced alien tactics far beyond anything humans had encountered. They learned to trust not only their instruments but also their instincts, their creativity, and each other. Captain Lyra Torres, a decorated pilot chosen to command Prometheus, walked along the deck, checking systems and addressing her crew. "Remember," she said, her voice steady and reassuring, "we are humanity's first line of defense. But we are not alone. Every person on Earth stands with us. We fight for them, and we fight for the planet we call home. Stay sharp. Trust your training, and most importantly, trust yourselves." As the hours passed, tension grew. The alien fleet moved closer, orbiting Mars, then Earth, their massive presence casting a shadow across the planet's skies. Satellite feeds showed glimpses of their weapons, energy cannons that glowed like molten fire, drones that moved with uncanny speed. Analysts struggled to predict their strategy, but one thing was clear: the aliens were preparing for confrontation. In Japan, a team of scientists analyzed the energy signatures of the alien ships. Dr. Hana Saito, a physicist, pointed to patterns on her holographic display. "Their energy is not chaotic," she said. "It is structured, highly efficient. They are calculating every move, anticipating our responses. But notice this, there is a rhythm, almost a pattern. If we can understand it, we can predict their attacks." Her team worked tirelessly, eyes strained and minds focused, determined to give Prometheus and its crew any advantage possible. Every calculation, every adjustment, every simulation brought humanity one step closer to leveling the playing field. And then, finally, the message came. A communication from the alien fleet, transmitted across the void, reached Earth's systems. It was unlike any human language, composed of shifting light patterns and harmonic vibrations. Computers struggled to interpret it. When the message was finally decoded, it was chilling. Surrender or be destroyed, the world held its breath. Fear gripped the hearts of many, but it also sparked a flame of defiance. Humanity did not surrender to threats. Humanity fought. Dr. Khan looked at the message and then at the team of scientists around him. "They want us to be afraid," he said. "But we will not be. We have Prometheus. We have courage. And we have something no alien can understand fully: the human spirit. We will show them that Earth is not so easily conquered." As night fell, cities around the world lit up with anticipation and preparation. People gathered in homes, schools, and public spaces, watching the skies and listening to news reports. Every broadcast carried the same message: Earth must unite. Earth must fight. Earth must survive. Above the planet, the alien fleet loomed larger, silent yet threatening. But far below, in the heart of the Himalayas, Prometheus hummed to life. Its engines glowed softly, ready to rise into the heavens. Inside, Captain Lyra Torres and her crew strapped themselves into their seats, minds focused, hearts steady. This was the moment humanity had prepared for, the moment they would demonstrate their true strength. And then, as if sensing the determination of its people, Earth itself seemed to respond. Satellites aligned, energy grids stabilized, and communications flowed seamlessly. For the first time, humans everywhere felt a strange unifying power, the knowledge that together they could face the impossible. Prometheus lifted from its underground hangar, moving toward the surface. Its engines roared to life, shaking the surrounding mountains. The crew peered through observation windows at the planet below, feeling a surge of pride. This was their home. This was humanity's planet, and they would protect it with every ounce of their strength. The alien fleet, still orbiting silently, had yet to encounter the full might of human technology. They did not yet know that Earth's ultimate weapon was ready, that human courage and creativity would soon challenge their assumptions, and that the people of Earth would fight not just with weapons, but with determination, unity, and spirit. As Prometheus rose into the sky, cutting through clouds and atmosphere, the world watched in awe. This was no longer just a planet preparing for war. This was humanity stepping forward, ready to face the stars, ready to show the galaxy what it meant to be human. Above them, the first streaks of alien light glimmered in space. But for the first time, humanity did not flinch. They were ready. They were united. They were human, and the battle for Earth had only just begun. Prometheus soared above Earth, breaking through clouds that stretched like rivers of silver. The ship's hull gleamed under the sunlight, a symbol of human innovation and resilience. Inside, Captain Lyra Torres tightened her gloves, her eyes scanning the holographic display before her. Every crew member worked in unison, their focus absolute. This was humanity's first direct encounter with the alien fleet, and failure was not an option. "Status report," Lyra said, her voice calm yet firm. "Shields at full capacity," replied Lieutenant Raj Patel, monitoring the energy cores. "Engines operating at optimal levels. Alien fleet remains in orbit, showing no aggressive movements yet." Lyra nodded. "Good, let's stay alert. They are testing us. That much is clear." Outside the ship, the alien fleet appeared larger than ever. Triangular and silver black, the ships moved with precision, almost as if they were a single organism. Each vessel emitted a faint hum, a resonance that vibrated through space and reached even Prometheus's hull. Sensors showed drones moving in intricate patterns, scanning the planet below and probing the outer layers of Earth's defenses. Dr. Amir Khan, aboard Prometheus as chief scientist, examined the readings. Their technology is advanced, yes, but it has limits. Notice the energy fluctuations here, he said, pointing to the display. They repeat every few seconds. If we can predict their timing, we can maneuver safely and even counterattack. Good observation, Lyra replied. We'll need every advantage we can get. Prepare the weapon systems, but hold fire for now. Let's see what they do first. For hours, the fleet watched. The humans waited. Neither side made the first offensive move, but tension crackled like a live wire through every communication channel on Earth. Military commands monitored the situation from the ground, coordinating with Prometheus and preparing planetary defenses. Citizens looked up at the sky, some fearful, some curious, all united in a sense of awe. And then it happened. A small group of alien drones separated from the main fleet, moving toward Earth at incredible speed. The sensors aboard Prometheus flared red, signaling immediate danger. Lyra's voice rang through the ship. All stations engage defensive protocols. Prepare for interception. The drones moved with precision, but the humans had prepared for this moment. Prometheus fired tracking beams and defensive lasers, targeting the alien machines with calculated precision. Each shot found its mark, destroying several drones before they could reach Earth's atmosphere. Yet more continued their approach, undeterred by the losses. Captain, the drones are adapting, shouted Lieutenant Machin, the weapons officer. They are changing formation faster than our simulations predicted. Then we adapt faster, Lyra replied, her hands moving across the controls.
Target the central drone cluster.
Use predictive firing algorithms. Trust the calculations and trust your instincts. The crew worked seamlessly, adjusting to the drone's rapid maneuvers. Beams of energy cut through the void, striking drones that spun, twisted, and exploded in bursts of light. Prometheus's agility allowed it to weave between attacks, its shields absorbing energy that would have destroyed lesser ships. Below, the world watched live transmissions from orbit. Millions of people held their breath as humanity's warship faced its first true test. In every home, every school, every public space, viewers saw the courage of a species refusing to be conquered. The display was not only technological, it was deeply human. The aliens could not have understood the determination in human eyes, the courage in human hearts. Hours passed, and Prometheus continued its dance with the alien drones. Each side adapted to the other, testing limits, probing weaknesses, and calculating outcomes. Despite the aliens' superior technology, human ingenuity and creativity began to show. Pilots executed maneuvers the drones could not anticipate, and scientists predicted attacks before they happened. Dr. Khan watched the patterns carefully. They rely on repetition, he explained to the crew. Even their advanced AI needs predictability. If we can exploit it, we can turn the tide. Lyra smiled slightly. Then let's exploit it. Prepare for a counteroffensive, not to destroy them all, just enough to show we are not weak. Prometheus moved with precision. Using its advanced stealth systems, it approached the drones from unexpected angles, firing concentrated energy pulses that disabled several ships simultaneously. The alien fleet paused, as if surprised by the humans' audacity. For the first time, there was hesitation in the alien formation. Captain, Lieutenant Patel said, they are scanning us differently now. Their sensors are adapting to our moves, but they are slower to respond than expected. Good, Lyra replied. Keep the pressure on. Show them we are more than just targets. Show them we are Earth. On the ground, analysts observed every exchange. Earth satellites and ground defenses coordinated with Prometheus, creating a web of resistance that forced the alien fleet to rethink their approach. Messages began circulating among human commanders. Humanity was not only surviving, but actively challenging the alien assumptions of superiority. Meanwhile, the alien fleet attempted to communicate again. This time the signals were more complex, almost musical, as if they were trying to convey intelligence and intent. Prometheus's communication officers worked to decode the message. Slowly patterns emerged. The aliens seemed confused, almost fascinated by the humans' tactics. Their signals shifted, suggesting curiosity rather than immediate hostility. Dr. Khan analyzed the data. They are surprised by our effectiveness. They expected us to be predictable and we are not. They are recalculating, which buys us time. Humanity's creativity is giving us a real advantage. Time was precious. Prometheus could not remain in one orbit for long. The fleet was too large and the aliens' main ship still loomed above Mars. Lyra made a decision. We need to show them we are serious. Prepare the ship for orbital maneuvers near their fleet. Maintain defensive posture, but let them see our capabilities. As Prometheus moved closer to the alien formation, the ships reacted. Energy beams flared and the alien fleet shifted formation, revealing patterns in their strategy. Pilots aboard Prometheus studied these movements, learning, predicting, and adjusting in real time. Every decision made in those moments could mean victory or destruction. For the first time, humanity demonstrated more than just survival instincts. They showed strategy, adaptability, and teamwork on a scale the aliens had not anticipated. Drones were neutralized, ships evaded, and defenses remained strong. Prometheus became not only a weapon but a statement. Earth would not submit. On board the warship, the crew felt a surge of pride. They were tired, yes, but determined. Every maneuver, every decision, every calculation was a testament to the human spirit. They were ordinary people doing extraordinary things, and for the first time in history, the aliens had a reason to pause. "Captain," Lieutenant Chen said, her voice steady despite the tension. "Their fleet is changing formation. It's almost like they are observing us, trying to understand our moves." Lyra nodded. "Let them watch. Let them learn. We are showing them what humans can do when faced with impossible odds." And the aliens did watch. Across the void of space, their massive ships paused, recalculating. Energy pulses flickered across their hulls, almost like a sign of thought or hesitation. They had never encountered an opponent that moved unpredictably, that fought with courage and ingenuity rather than just raw power. For the first time, they were stunned by a single planet's defenders. Prometheus orbited the alien fleet, a beacon of human resilience. The ship had not destroyed the enemy, but it had achieved something far more important: respect. Humanity had announced itself as a force to be reckoned with, and the galaxy was beginning to take notice. Back on Earth, millions of people celebrated silently. Not because the battle was over, it was not, but because humanity had proven something vital. They had shown that even in the face of seemingly invincible adversaries, human courage, ingenuity, and unity could prevail. The story of survival had begun, and the legend of Prometheus and its crew would inspire generations to come. As night fell over the planet, lights twinkled across cities, towns, and villages. People gazed at the stars, wondering what would happen next, but also feeling pride in a species that refused to bow. Humanity had made contact with the unknown and had survived. That was only the beginning. And somewhere in the void, the alien commanders adjusted their plans, their calculations now filled with caution. They had learned something crucial. Humans were not easily defeated. Humanity's spirit, resourcefulness, and unity were more powerful than they had anticipated. Prometheus prepared for the next stage of the encounter, ready to face whatever challenges awaited. The ship's crew knew the journey ahead would be dangerous, but they also knew something more important. They were the embodiment of humanity's courage and resolve. The first contact was over, but the war for respect, survival, and understanding had just begun. And for the first time, humanity realized they were not just defending a planet. They were making their mark on the galaxy. The silence of space was broken by flashes of light. Prometheus glided closer to the alien fleet, engines glowing with a soft golden hue. The massive alien ships moved with precision, but the humans aboard Prometheus felt no fear, only determination. Humanity's greatest warship was ready to confront the unknown, and its crew knew they were carrying the hopes of billions. Captain Torres, Lieutenant Raj Patel reported, "The main alien formation is shifting. They are aligning for a possible attack. Estimated time to engagement, 6 minutes. Lyra nodded. "All stations prepare for battle. Shields on full, weapons ready, but fire only on my command. We will not rush into a fight blindly. Our advantage is strategy and precision." Dr. Amir Khan observed the alien fleet through the ship's sensors. "Notice the pattern," he said. "They rely on formation strength and coordinated firepower. If we disrupt their pattern even slightly, we can create openings. Humans have creativity. They do not." Outside, the alien fleet began to advance, their energy shields flickering like liquid metal. Drones spread out, probing the warship's defenses while massive capital ships moved into positions that could easily crush Earth's forces. The sheer size of the fleet made even the most seasoned humans feel the weight of the challenge. But Prometheus was no ordinary ship. It had been designed to outthink the enemy, to anticipate moves before they happened, and to adapt quickly. The crew had trained for years, running simulations that now felt more real than ever. "Captain, drones approaching from port side," Lieutenant Machin shouted. "Divert shields to port and engage interceptors," Lyra commanded. The ship shifted, energy flares dancing across the hull as beams of light tore through space, striking the alien drones. Explosions bloomed in the darkness, and small fragments of alien machinery drifted past Prometheus's hull. The aliens reacted instantly. Their energy beams streaked toward Prometheus, but the ship's advanced shields absorbed most of the impact. The crew moved with precision, firing back at the drones and capital ships simultaneously. Their tactics a mix of calculated science and human instinct. "Captain, they are adjusting," Patel said. "They are learning our moves faster than expected." "Then we must change faster," Lyra replied. "Target the gaps in their formation. Use the decoy systems. Remember, creativity is our weapon." Prometheus deployed holographic decoys, small projections that mimicked the ship's signature. The drones, confused by the sudden multiplication of targets, fired at illusions, wasting energy and revealing weak points in their formation. The humans exploited this immediately, striking at the real ship while avoiding unnecessary damage. On Earth, billions of people watched live transmissions, eyes wide with disbelief and hope. News anchors spoke in hushed, awed tones as the warship danced through space, dodging beams, firing with accuracy, and disrupting alien formations. Children pointed at the screens, imagining themselves as heroes in the vast expanse above, while adults felt pride swelling in their hearts. Humanity was showing its true strength. Hours passed and the battle escalated. Energy cannons from the alien capital ships blazed against Prometheus's shields, sending waves of light across space. The humans returned fire with precise bursts, targeting propulsion systems and drone clusters rather than attempting to destroy the entire fleet. Lyra's strategy was clear: disable, disrupt, and survive. Dr. Khan monitored alien energy flows. "They rely heavily on centralized power sources," he said. "If we can hit those nodes, their drones will lose coordination. Their formation will collapse." "Then that's our target," Lyra said. "Prepare focus strikes on the power cores. Timing must be perfect. We cannot afford mistakes." The crew executed the plan flawlessly. Prometheus moved like a predator, weaving between attacks while its weapons fired with deadly accuracy. Beams of concentrated energy struck the alien power cores, causing explosions that rippled through the enemy formation. Drones lost synchronization, crashing into each other or drifting helplessly in space. The aliens, stunned by this unexpected counterattack, paused their advance. For the first time, hesitation appeared in their movements. Prometheus exploited this immediately, striking with precision and speed, a combination of technology and human ingenuity that left the alien commanders frustrated and surprised. "Captain," Machin reported, "the fleet is breaking formation. Drones are scattered and capital ships are adjusting positions defensively." "Good," Lyra said. "Keep pressure on them. Show them that humans are not predictable, that we fight with intelligence and courage." For the crew of Prometheus, every success brought a mixture of relief and determination. They had not yet won the battle, but they had proven something critical. Humans could stand against a technologically superior enemy. Their creativity, adaptability, and teamwork were as powerful as any weapon. Meanwhile, the aliens attempted communication once more. This time the signals carried subtle changes, patterns suggesting curiosity instead of outright aggression. They seemed to be analyzing, studying the humans' tactics, trying to understand how a single warship could disrupt their massive fleet. Dr. Khan leaned closer to the monitor. "They are stunned," he said. "They expected an easy victory, but humans are unpredictable. They are recalculating strategy. Our advantage is growing." Lyra, hearing this, allowed herself a brief smile. "We are not here to destroy them entirely," she said. "We are here to survive, to defend our planet, and to make them respect us. Every move we make should show that humanity cannot be underestimated." The alien fleet began to regroup, but Prometheus' crew anticipated the pattern. Using advanced predictive algorithms combined with human intuition, they positioned the ship to strike again. Energy pulses hit critical systems and drones tumbled in a display of human tactical genius. Even in the void of space, there was artistry to the battle. The beams of energy, the flashes of explosions, the movement of ships, it all combined into a spectacle that was terrifying yet beautiful. Prometheus moved with purpose like a conductor leading an orchestra of calculated chaos. Back on Earth, scientists continued to analyze every signal. Dr. Hana Saito noticed subtle weaknesses in the alien energy fields. Their shields are strong, but they have blind spots when the formation shifts. Prometheus is exploiting these without them realizing it. Then we reinforce their tactics, Dr. Khan said. We must ensure every decision aboard Prometheus is supported by data from Earth. Together, humanity is unstoppable. As the battle continued, the alien fleet launched a larger offensive. Energy beams swept across space like rivers of light, aiming to crush Prometheus. The ship dodged with agility, firing countermeasures and exploiting the smallest gaps. Human pilots executed maneuvers the aliens could not predict, weaving in and out, striking and retreating with precision. Captain, their main weapons are overheating, Patel reported. They did not anticipate our rapid movement. We have a window to strike. Then we take it, Lyra said. Target their central command vessel. Focused energy strike. Calculated for maximum disruption, minimum risk to surrounding drones. Prometheus unleashed its weapon. A concentrated beam of energy struck the alien command ship, sending shockwaves through the fleet. Drones spun out of control and smaller ships retreated in confusion. The command vessel, stunned by the attack, was forced to withdraw temporarily to recalibrate its systems. The humans cheered silently within Prometheus. They had not destroyed the fleet, but they had made their mark. For the first time, the aliens understood that Earth was not defenseless, that humans were capable of remarkable courage and ingenuity. Lyra took a deep breath. Maintain formation. Keep shields strong. Watch for counterattacks. They will recover. But we have made our point. Humanity cannot be ignored. The alien fleet, still regrouping, now moved with caution. They scanned Prometheus repeatedly, trying to understand how a single human warship could outmaneuver their entire fleet. Somewhere in their calculations, they recognized a new variable: creativity, courage, and determination. Variables they had never encountered before. On Earth, the people watched with hope. Children drew pictures of Prometheus in school, inspired by the bravery of those above. Adults shared stories of courage and ingenuity. Humanity had not only survived the first clash, they had inspired each other and sent a message across the stars. Earth would not be conquered without a fight. Prometheus remained in orbit, ready for the next encounter. The ship's crew knew the challenge ahead would be greater, but their confidence had grown. They had seen what humanity could do when it worked together, when it combined knowledge, courage, and creativity. And somewhere across the void, the alien commanders began to respect the humans. They realized that technology alone did not guarantee victory. The human spirit, determined, clever, and united, was a force that could not be easily defeated. The first true battle had ended, but the war was far from over. Prometheus drifted in the darkness, engines humming softly, shields still glowing, ready for whatever the alien fleet would attempt next. Humanity had proven that it could stand against the impossible, that courage and ingenuity could rival any technology, and that Earth would fight to the very last. Above the planet, stars shone quietly, indifferent to the struggle below, be conquered, but as a determined, capable, space was alive with energy. Prometheus floated above the dark void, its shields glowing as alien ships circled, their massive silhouettes ominous against the black. The first battles had ended, but the alien fleet was far from defeated. If anything, their determination had only grown. They had underestimated humanity once, and now they would try to strike with full force. Captain, Lieutenant Patel said, scanning the alien fleet. They're mobilizing. A massive attack is forming, energy weapons, drones, all concentrated on our position. They mean to destroy Prometheus now. Lyra Torres's hands hovered over the controls, calm but tense. Then we must be smarter than ever. Activate evasive maneuvers, shields to maximum, weapons on standby. Dr. Amir Khan studied the alien energy patterns. Their attack is coordinated but not perfect. They rely on timing. Every pulse has a rhythm. If we can predict it, we can survive and strike back. The crew worked in precise harmony. Prometheus shifted in space, dodging streams of energy that could tear through ordinary hulls. Beams collided with shields, creating sparks of light that illuminated the void. Explosions erupted around them as drones attempted to pierce the defenses, but every assault met calculated resistance. "Captain," Lieutenant Chen said, "their main cannon is charging. If it fires, our shields might not hold." "Then we create a distraction," Lyra replied. "Deploy decoys and focus our weapons on their supporting ships. They cannot fire everything at once." Prometheus released holographic projections of itself, small replicas that mimicked its energy signature. The alien fleet, momentarily confused, fired on illusions instead of the real warship. Prometheus twisted through space, unleashing focused bursts of energy at the alien support ships, disabling their engines and knocking drones out of formation. Dr. Khan's voice was calm, but intense. "Notice their formation. They are reacting slowly. Their programming cannot adapt quickly enough. We can exploit this," Lyra gave the order. "All weapons target the gaps. Concentrated fire on weak points only. Minimal risk, maximum disruption." The humans acted with precision. Energy beams cut through the darkness, striking alien ships at critical points. Small drones spiraled out of control, colliding with larger vessels. Alien capital ships staggered, shields flickering as Prometheus's crew adapted and attacked relentlessly. For the first time, the alien commanders realized their calculations were failing. Humans were unpredictable. They were fast, precise, and clever. Their tactics were not only about power, they were about strategy, creativity, and intuition. On Earth, scientists monitored the battle with bated breath. Dr. Hana Saito pointed at the holographic display. "They're doing it. Prometheus is destabilizing the fleet without even destroying all their ships. Look at the pattern. Human strategy is forcing them to retreat." Dr. Khan smiled. "This is the turning point. Humanity is showing them that raw power is not everything. Creativity, quick thinking, and determination are just as strong, maybe stronger." Above the alien fleet, chaos spread. Drones collided. Larger ships struggled to maintain formation and energy pulses misfired. Prometheus moved like a predator, precise and deadly, striking only where necessary. Each maneuver was carefully calculated to maximize disruption while minimizing risk. Lyra watched her crew with pride. "We've done well so far. But the real test is coming. They will try everything to regain control. Stay focused. Remember, the human spirit is our greatest weapon." The aliens launched a new assault. Their main weapons fired in massive waves, each beam capable of obliterating an entire city. Prometheus dodged, weaving through the energy like a skilled dancer, shields absorbing damage that would have destroyed lesser ships. Pilots executed maneuvers that no simulation had predicted, forcing alien systems to recalculate. "Captain, they're targeting the engines directly now," Patel shouted. "Divert power to shields, maintain speed." "Fire only when necessary," Lyra commanded. "We will survive this." The crew of Prometheus worked like one organism. Every movement was synchronized, every shot precise. The humans had learned from the earlier battles, adapting faster than the alien fleet could anticipate. Then Dr. Khan noticed something critical. Their central energy node, the one controlling the drones, is exposed during each attack. "We can disable it, but timing is everything. Miss and we're toast, then we don't miss," Lyra said. "Lock onto the node. Calculate trajectory, then fire." Seconds stretched into eternity. Prometheus moved into position, firing a concentrated beam directly at the alien energy node. The impact caused a chain reaction. Drones lost coordination instantly, spiraling helplessly into the void. Supporting ships staggered, their shields weakening. The alien fleet for the first time showed genuine hesitation. "Captain, they're retreating," Chen said in disbelief. "Maintain pressure," Lyra replied. "Don't let them recover. Show them humans are not to be underestimated." Prometheus struck again and again, disabling systems and striking weak points. The aliens, stunned by the human strategy, could only respond defensively. Their attacks became disorganized, inefficient, and slower. Humanity's ingenuity had turned the tide. On Earth, people watched the live feeds in awe. Cities erupted in cheers, children shouted with excitement, and adults felt pride like never before. Humanity had faced an overwhelmingly powerful enemy and survived. They had done more than survive, they had turned the battle in their favor. Dr. Saito turned to Dr. Khan. They've never encountered an opponent like this. The aliens expected fear, chaos, and surrender. They got precision, unity, and courage instead. Dr. Khan nodded. And that is the true weapon of humanity. Technology alone cannot win a war. Spirit, intelligence, and determination are just as powerful. But the battle was not over. The aliens, realizing that brute force could not break Prometheus, began to change tactics. They deployed stealth drones, invisible to most sensors, attempting to surround and ambush the warship. Energy pulses flashed unpredictably, testing every defense system aboard Prometheus. "Captain, stealth drones detected," Patel warned. "Divert full power to sensors." "Activate countermeasures," Lyra commanded. "We will face them head-on. Humans adapt. That is our advantage." The crew worked tirelessly, their movements precise and coordinated. Prometheus detected the stealth drones just in time, firing energy pulses that revealed their location and disabled them before they could cause harm. The alien fleet, frustrated by repeated failures, began to withdraw from direct attacks, reconsidering their approach. Dr. Khan observed the change. "They're recalculating. They did not expect humans to adapt so quickly. We've gained a psychological advantage." Lyra smiled faintly. "Good, that is exactly what we wanted. We're not just surviving, we're teaching them that Earth is not an easy target." Prometheus's crew continued to strike, focusing on disabling key systems rather than destroying every ship. They understood that survival and disruption were more important than total annihilation. Humanity was making a statement. We are clever, resourceful, and united. We fight with intelligence, not just brute force. The aliens, stunned and cautious, began to retreat slightly, their attacks less coordinated. They had underestimated humanity, and now, for the first time, they faced a species that refused to be conquered without a fight. Back on Earth, the people watched in amazement. News anchors spoke of humanity's bravery. Scientists analyzed strategies, and ordinary citizens felt pride swelling in their hearts. Humanity had done the impossible. They had turned a desperate situation into a demonstration of ingenuity, courage, and spirit. Lyra stood at the control panel, looking out at the stars. "This is only the beginning," she said quietly. "The aliens have learned something vital. Humans are not predictable. We are not weak. We fight with intelligence, courage, and heart." Prometheus drifted in orbit, engines humming softly, shields still glowing. The alien fleet retreated temporarily, regrouping and reconsidering their strategy. Humanity had survived the turning point, and the warship had proven its worth. Dr. Khan watched the fleet disappear into the distance. "They now respect us, even if they will not admit it. Humanity has shown that creativity and courage are forces they cannot calculate easily." For the crew of Prometheus, the sense of pride was overwhelming. They had faced the impossible and survived. They had demonstrated that humans, united and determined, could stand against overwhelming odds. Above Earth, stars shone silently, bearing witness to humanity's triumph. The planet was safe for now, and the warship Prometheus had shown that even the most advanced enemy could be challenged by determination, strategy, and human ingenuity. The turning point had been reached. Humanity had proven it could fight, survive, and outthink the alien fleet. The path ahead would still be dangerous, but for the first time, humans had hope. A hope built not on weapons alone, but on the spirit that made them human. Prometheus, glowing in the vast emptiness of space, prepared for the next phase. The crew knew that battles would come again, that the aliens would not forget this lesson, but they were ready. They had faced the impossible and survived. Humanity was no longer underestimated. The galaxy had seen the first true sign of Earth's strength. The stars stretched endlessly across the sky, a tapestry of shining points, each holding worlds unknown. Humanity had reached farther than ever before, establishing colonies in distant star systems. Ships glided through the void, carrying settlers, scientists, and explorers eager to unlock the secrets of the galaxy. Among them was Dr. Elena Voss, a brilliant scientist with a mind as sharp as the finest alloy. She had spent her life studying advanced technology, and her work had become the backbone of humanity's expansion. Yet not all eyes in the galaxy watched humanity with kindness. In the grand halls of the Galactic Council, a coalition of the most advanced alien civilizations, leaders met in secret chambers. They had gathered under the pretense of unity, but their whispers carried fear. Fear of humans. Fear of what humanity could become if left unchecked. Humans are unpredictable, murmured the Valyrian ambassador, a sleek silver-skinned being whose eyes reflected the council chamber lights. Their ingenuity surpasses any species we have catalogued. They adapt, they grow, and soon they may surpass us. The council members, a mix of species large and small, scaly and smooth-skinned, nodded in quiet agreement. They had already made their decision. Humanity would not be allowed to rise unchecked. Plans were drafted in secret, strategies designed to contain, suppress, or even eliminate human influence across the stars. Meanwhile, aboard the research ship Endeavour, Dr. Elena Voss examined a strange pattern in communications detected from an uncharted sector. It seemed random at first, just minor fluctuations in transmissions, but her instincts told her otherwise. "These aren't natural," she whispered, her eyes scanning the complex array of data. "Someone is hiding something." Her assistant, a young engineer named Malik, leaned over her shoulder. Could it be a new natural phenomenon? Solar storms? Cosmic interference? Elena shook her head. "No, this is intelligent. Someone is trying to cover their tracks, and it's directed at us. Humanity." The realization sent a chill through her. Humanity had always believed that the Galactic Council was a protective body, a neutral entity overseeing peace and cooperation. The thought that they might betray humanity was unthinkable, yet the data didn't lie. That night, as the twin suns of their system dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the colony, Elena met with Captain Auric Dane, the commander of the nearest defense fleet. "Captain, you need to see this," Elena said, her voice tight with urgency. She projected the encrypted transmissions onto the holographic table. Waves of coded data shimmered in the air, patterns twisting in complex loops. Auric's brow furrowed as he studied them. "This is sophisticated. Whoever did this didn't want anyone to find it. How did you decode it?" "I've spent years learning to see patterns where others see noise," Elena replied. "And these patterns, they speak of preparation, of a plan, and it's against us." Auric felt a cold knot form in his stomach. "Against us? You mean the Council?" Elena nodded slowly. "Yes, and soon." The following weeks were tense. Elena and her team worked tirelessly, piecing together fragments of data, uncovering hints of alien agents infiltrating human colonies. Whispers of sabotage, unusual disappearances, and unexplained accidents painted a picture of a looming threat. Then, it happened. One of the frontier colonies on a small planet at the edge of known human space was suddenly attacked. Alien warships, sleek and ominous, descended from the stars. Their weapons cut through the colony's defenses with terrifying precision. The human defenders fought valiantly, but they were outnumbered. Yet even in the face of overwhelming odds, humanity did not falter. Pilots maneuvered their ships with daring skill. Engineers repaired critical systems under fire. And ordinary citizens joined the defense, using whatever tools they could find. Elena watched from the Endeavour, her hands gripping the console. "We need to respond," she said, her voice steady despite the fear gnawing at her. "We cannot let them take our people without showing strength." Auric nodded. "Agreed. But this isn't just about fighting back. We need to understand why the Council would betray us." The human fleet launched a counterstrike, small ships darting through the alien armada like sparks in the dark. They targeted supply lines, communications arrays, and critical command ships. Their tactics were unconventional, sometimes reckless, but always clever. For the first time, the aliens hesitated. They had not expected humans to fight back with such strategy and courage. Every time they struck, humanity adapted, changing tactics, exploiting weaknesses, and surviving against the odds. In the chaos, Elena and her team discovered the truth. Hidden deep within the transmissions was a list of coordinates, showing secret bases where Council forces planned their next attacks. Humanity had a map, albeit incomplete, but it was enough to strike first. Elena turned to Malik, determination burning in her eyes. "This is our chance. We can't wait for them to decide our fate. We have to act. We have to protect our colonies and our people." Malik swallowed hard. "You really think we can take them on? The entire Council?" Elena smiled faintly, a spark of human defiance in her expression. "They've underestimated us. They think we are weak. But we have something they cannot predict: creativity, courage, and the will to survive. That is humanity's greatest weapon. As the fleet prepared for the first coordinated strike against the Council's hidden forces, humans across colonies rallied. Ordinary people became heroes, engineers became warriors, pilots became legends. Even in fear, hope burned bright. Meanwhile, in the distant halls of the Council, whispers of concern began to spread. Reports came in of unexpected resistance, daring counterattacks, and human ingenuity that defied logic. Humans? They are stronger than we thought, muttered one ambassador, eyes wide with unease. We may have made a mistake, but it was too late. The humans were already moving, united in purpose, ready to fight not just for survival, but for the right to determine their own destiny. As the stars stretched endlessly across the sky, so too did the scope of humanity's resolve. For the first time, the galaxy realized that humans were not just another species to control. They were a force to be reckoned with. And for the Council, the consequences of underestimating humanity would soon become clear. In the darkness of space, a spark ignited, a spark that would grow into a blaze of resistance, defiance, and triumph. Humanity had been betrayed, yes, but in that betrayal, they had discovered their true strength, and they were ready to fight. The galaxy would soon learn a lesson it would never forget. Humans were not to be controlled, not to be underestimated, and certainly not to be betrayed.